most people start learning English or any foreign language for the first time at school. And at school, everything is about being right and getting the right answer, and everything is steered towards exams in which you have to put the right word in the gap, and if you put the wrong word in the gap, then you don't get the points. And this way of working with language conditions us, and many people, many of the students that we get at Pilgrims have taken this idea on into the workplace. You know, of course we know that language doesn't work that way, and in our mother tongue we don't worry about making mistakes or having to be right. We watch kids learn languages. They make mistakes all the time, but we still understand them and we don't judge them for their mistakes. But somehow with a foreign language that we've learned at school, we can get really kind of obsessed with being right and not making mistakes. Okay, we know this about language, but still we get trapped into this way of thinking. But we're not at school. We're at work now, and we're in the real world, and language doesn't work in this way. It's not so important to be right all the time. And the important thing to consider is that the purpose of language is not to be right so that we can get points, as if we're in an exam. The purpose of language is to connect with other human beings. It's as simple as that. And when you start to think in that way, you realize that being right is it really that important? You know, in a conversation, what's got more impact, a smile or a correct preposition? The answer is obvious. And actually, this obsession with being right can actually get in the way of making these good connections with other humans. So, for example, you've got a colleague and they're trying to explain an idea to you. Possibly you don't understand a few words. Now, if you're really worried about being right, what you might do is just pretend to have understood, but then you can't really give them much feedback because you haven't understood, and they might go away thinking they didn't really like their idea. What would be much better would be to say, I'm sorry, I missed some of those words. Can you explain it again? Because I'm really interested. And they'll go away thinking, that's great. It really, you know, respects me and is really interested in listening to me and understanding what I'm trying to say. So next time that you're having a conversation in English and you're starting to worry about the mistakes, just remember you're not in an exam. You don't have to get all the words right. You and your imperfect English can have brilliant conversations and fantastic relationships in English. Just try trusting in that.